Hello everybody, this is your good buddy DJ Clive, the RANMA 1/2 character profile guy. If you could only see me now, I'm laid up with a bad foot from my from filming RANMA Oblivion over the weekend. Looks like I have 2 ankles right now, but this is me. Whilst I'm held up, I thought I'd do a little video project, another stream of consciousness thing, a director's commentary of sorts for the Golddigger profile. This profile was very, very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people didn't know what to make of it in the beginning. They're like, RANMA 1/2 Golddiggers, what the hell does that mean? Are there enough gold-digging characters in the RANMA 1/2 universe to constitute a profile? And not only that, but not only were there, but there was enough to constitute a profile that was a 2-parter. There were 4 different characters, minor characters. None of them really got much play. But, and especially the first 2 characters that I'm going to profile here, Kikuko and Ryonami, you would never have even known they were there unless they were pointed out to you. I did that kind of as, almost kind of like a dare, because my buddy Jara White is always coming to me with different profile ideas, and he said, why not try to do these characters? And these characters didn't even really have names in the anime. They were given names by the fans. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. I did a profile on these characters very briefly. Yuka, Sayori, Asami, and Hiroko, and these are their real names, by the way. I'm told that Asami and Hiroko were actually named in the manga, but their names never came up in the anime. But nonetheless, they are there and they're prevalent. They popped up in many an episode. Still, I watch episodes to this day, and I see new scenes with them. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had used that for this profile. This is kind of the unofficial debut of Tobias. Me talking in this this high-pitched, old biddy voice. And yes, this originally was supposed to be a female voice. I don't know what happened to it over time. I guess I could blame my cousin Jean for that, because she's the one who came up with the Tobias character. Actually, it's funny how it came about. She had this stick bird. It was a different stick bird than the one I have. And she would harass, she would be stuck in traffic, and she would stick the bird head out the window, and she'd harass people with this old biddy voice. And I kind of just used my voice for that character, and the 2 just became one. The thing that stinks, though, is that Tobias is now left without a gender, because Tobias is a boy's name and the voice is very female. But enough about Tobias. This profile has nothing to do with him. Her. It. Whatever. This was a control test of sorts. I didn't mean to say that these characters were gold diggers. This is just what perfect students are supposed to be as compared to the ones I'm about to profile. Alright, here comes the very stone cold Steve Austin-ish. And of course the really cool theme from Final Fantasy X. The Jekt theme. Thank Jara White for providing all of these clips for me. That's probably why they look like they're a little bit of different quality, because he's got a little bit... Oh, there goes Tobias. Tobias just got shot. He's got a little bit better software than I do. There's Jara. Kikuko and Ryonami. It's kind of hard to come up with so much to say about 2 such minor characters. I have to really pad my speak a lot, with just speaking a lot of nothing, making it sound more eloquent than it really is. But there really isn't much going on with these 2 characters. They're just Nabiki's henchwomen. Really all you have to know. Alrighty, I mean, this was like a freaking free-for-all, this whole scene. Nabiki's antics in the first season were kind of toned down to the villainous, the character she became later. But You know, Nabiki is one of those niche characters who just remains cool throughout the entire series. You can never get tired of her, no matter what she does. Especially that one episode where she was marrying off Ranma to piss Akane off. You'd think with like all her scheming, it would get annoying and irritating after a while, but no, she's always charismatic no matter what she does. I think this profile, in a roundabout way, was a way of profiling Nabiki again, because she deserved more than the little rinky-dink profile I gave her in the beginning. That does it for these characters. Now we're going to go on to, I believe, Sakura. Yeah. Now this was an even less going on character. I profiled the Ringmaster lady more than Sakura, but the Ringmaster didn't have a name. So this was a difficult profile to put together. Originally, when I saw this episode, I thought that Sakura was the Ringmaster, but upon looking at it and studying it, the face doesn't match at all, and the hair is a completely different color. I mean, unless the artists just got tired of drawing one character and started drawing another, they're two different people. So I had to redo my script in the middle of... actually, I think I spoke it aloud the wrong way at first, and then I had to go back and fix it as I was doing the profile. Yeah, this is one of my least favorite episodes, actually. Here Comes Ranma's Mom. It wasn't as bad, so bad to show up on my top 10 list, but it's definitely up there. Probably be on my top 30, like maybe my top 20 worst episodes ever. The funny thing is that she actually resembles Nodoka a lot. I kind of had to talk around that. The only thing that's really different is the hairdo. I would dare say a lot of the characters in the Ranma universe look alike. You can just swap hairdos, and you can turn Ukyo into Shampoo, and you could turn Moose into Ryoga. It's all in the hair. It's a lot like Dragon Ball Z that way. You ever notice with Dragon Ball Z, all the characters look exactly alike, they just have different hairdos? I love this song in the background. I plan on using this song again, actually, in my profile for Kana and Kotaro, which I have yet to start filming. This is from the new Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 12, I believe. Such terrible animation. You gotta love it, though. Sometimes I wonder, like, that first season, it was on in Japan when they were running the TV series, that it was a once-a-week thing, like a Saturday morning cartoon, and then as the animation got choppy throughout the second season, maybe it went to a daily format, like 5 days a week. Some people they ask me why do I bleep myself out, and it's not because I'm trying to make it a family-friendly profile, although I do take pride in that anyone can watch my profiles, and they're pretty much no worse than anything you'd see on late-night TV or on the radio. But I just think bleeps are funny, especially when you leave the beginning and end sounds of the curse in there. Like, it'll be boop. Oh, this was such a bad ending. I hate to be reminded of this. This was such a buzzkill, this ending. And let it be known, the Ringmaster is the Golddigger here, not Sakura. Even though I do mention Sakura in the end song, but I also mention the Ringmaster as well. Oh, the end song is a whole other thing. I think the music video at the end, I'm gonna have too much to say when it comes up, and not enough time to say it because it's over and done so quick. But it's all leading up to that moment. I had so many comments, just people saying, all right, what do you keep alluding to? Why are you saying these things? Why are you saying it's too predictable? Should I do it? No, I shouldn't. Oh geez, this volume is way too loud. There goes. Don't mind the echo on this. I got 2 tracks moving simultaneously and I'm having trouble lining them up. Yeah, I think the Golddigger thing kind of caught on like wildfire when it comes to describing Nabiki Tendo, because after this video was posted, I started noticing everywhere videos to the Golddigger song with Nabiki Tendo in it, and other things. So this is a Tsukasa episode, the marauding octopus pot. Now, a lot of you with, who are really paying attention may have noticed that this almost got into my top 10 worst episodes of Ranma 1/2, because it really was that bad. Any episode with Hoppusai is prime for a top 10 worst episode list, and this was a coup de grace of how bad they can be. And there's the obligatory cover the breast shot, this time a very obscure Howard Stern reference. Very filthy Howard Stern reference. You could probably put 2 and 2 together about what the poison is that's coming out of Raven. I'll just leave it at that. And you could see the struggle that I'm trying to cover up these breasts. Like every couple of frames, like I had to keep moving it a little bit to the right and to the left, and yeah, it was difficult. It's always difficult to take out the breasts, but I don't want to get banned by YouTube. So, why is this a bad episode? Well, to be honest, I see this more as an explanation, like a learning tool about what an octopus pot is. And to me, I don't see what's so clever or so funny about Hoppusai jumping into an octopus pot and stealing stuff. It doesn't make sense, it's not funny, it's not even really... it doesn't make sense. It's a complete random smattering of ideas. And I don't know, sometimes random can be funny, but other times it could just show that you have a lack of I don't know, imagination. And we have enough episodes of Ranma and company chasing Hoppusai. Usually he's carrying underwear, this time he's carrying like pot stickers and meat on a stick. I didn't even particularly see what he saw in Tsukasa anyway. I mean, first of all, we're covering all the colors now. Her hair is olive colored. I guess we're starting to run out of colors here. And second, look at her face. She's not even really that pretty. She got kind of like a really big overbite and a cleft in her chin. Not one of my favorite characters, but you gotta profile them all, I guess. A lot of people said that they liked my Hoppusai profile, and to be honest, it was one of those profiles that I was dreading doing, and a lot of times those are the ones that come out the best, because you have to view them objectively. Oh, here comes the tongue twister. To those of you wondering, I did this all in one take, but I did it slow, and I sped it up using my program. Which stinks, because usually when you fool with the speed, that's what causes a lot of the audio hiccups that you hear. Most times I try to leave the speed alone, because I get lots of pops in the audio when I do that, even during points that don't have me screwing with the speed. It's just, I don't know, it's like a friggin' disease you put on your program. There's me alluding to the Golddigger video at the end again. Okay, this was a bizarre experiment, the Kenosuke Kasha O profile, because he's the only character I profiled thus far that never appeared in the anime. And this is a very tough thing to do. I mean, maybe not for some people. Like, I look at, like, that guy with the glasses, there's a guy named Linkara who does a whole, his forte is comic books, and he just zooms in and out and does, like, clever pans of these photos and talks over them and manages to make it entertaining the whole while. Me, I found it a little bit difficult to do that, for one, with the program I had, because it's not ideal for doing stuff like this. It was giving me so many so many just inexplicable errors that it was enough to make me pull my hair out. But for me, it's always been about the anime, and a lot of people request manga characters, and I always tell them the same thing, that I need the footage in order to make an enjoyable profile. This was a rare diversion from that, that way of thinking, because this guy fit in so well with the other Golddiggers. I mean, he's the #1 Golddigger in the comic, besides Nabiki Tendo, of course, that, his whole character is being a Golddigger. I could not include him. Coming up, there's a shot with him with flames over him, because I'm always trying to make it like the background's always doing something. But for whatever reason, Pinnacle Studio refused to do this simple special effect. I think it's coming up right here. And I had to send this picture off to Jarrah White, and this portion was actually done by him. I don't know why my program would not do that simple effect. It's just putting some transparent flames over a slowly turning image. It seems easy enough, but my program seemed to think it was a taxing chore, so I don't know. This took way longer than it should have because of all the errors that my program gave me. And I told myself never again will I ever do a manga-only character. But I'm about to go against my own promise. Oh look, it's Scarface from Batman the animated series, probably my favorite animated series of all time. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm about to go against my own promise, because I am going to do a profile on Setsuki Miyako Oji coming up, and a lot of that character is in the manga. Even though she doesn't really appear very often in the manga, there's a whole plot line with her pet chimp that is too integral to the character not to include, so I'm going to include it. But that's down the road. Good lord, if I ever heal from this damn injury. I hope, because there's a lot of physicality that goes into that one. I'll leave it at that. You might notice that all the pictures from the manga are all backwards. Like every time you see a 10 yen piece, or like that Japanese symbol, it's all in reverse. That's because I took these off of Shade's website. And I guess in order to avoid copyright issues, he has them all printed in reverse. As their war raged on, the damage done became more and more critical. So yeah, thank you to Shade for that. As a matter of fact, I'll be borrowing his stuff for the Miyako Oji profile coming up. Pillins, are you okay? She let out a little whine. That's Lexi, by the way. I call her Pillins. Such a perfect match. Would they? Could they? Fall in love? This was a personal favorite character of mine from the manga. That's probably why I did him and not like one of the more like popular characters like Saffron or Herb and Mint. But he'll be the only him and Setsuki will be the only ones I chronicle from the manga. Oh, here comes the video. Now, I studied the real Golddigger video meticulously to come up with this, and I decided what I could pull off and what I couldn't. Surprisingly, I look back at this, and my green screen has never looked better in some of these shots. I recently just bought a giant rig for like $200, and I have it set up in my living room right now, and I have yet to make it look this good.
We go nuts when a lady is hot. Makes a brother wanna hop into an octopus pop.
Green screening is so annoying. I mean, some of the visions I have in my head that I want to put to screen require green screen, and I have to bite the bullet that my house isn't conducive for it, and I don't know what to do as far as making it look better. I don't know what I did on this day that made it look so good. I wish I could duplicate it. Maybe I should stop using the rig. I don't know. The booby jigga scene. I show this off to friends and family, and they always get a kick out of that. And that was an accidental synchronicity there. It just happened to work out that way. And here I give thanks to everybody who helped me out. That's Jara for doing that one fire scene for me, and then Shade at the end. Well, I guess this about does it for the director's commentary of the Golddiggers profile. This is your good buddy DJ Clive saying adieu to you. There's the countdown to Oblivion. Don't worry, it will be back, I promise. Alright, this is DJ Clive signing out. Life is Ranma.